Hello, this is Michelle McConnell. I coordinate the Matching Gifts program for Exelon Corporation. And I just wanted to take you through the steps to apply for matching gifts, some of the guidelines that we have for the Matching Gifts program, and a little bit more information about the funding of the program. So, by way of background, employees at Exelon and PHI, now with the merged company, are eligible to apply for a matching gift for personal contributions up to $5,000 annually. The minimum gift for a contribution match is $25, and you can divide the $5,000 per year any way you'd like. You can give a one-time gift of $5,000 to one organization, or you can divide that $5,000 between multiple organizations throughout the calendar year. In terms of accessing the site, for Legacy Exelon employees, they can go to the MyHR page. There's a link there that says volunteer and donate under the My Company section. And if you go there and choose volunteer and donate, that will take you to a page that allows you to select the employee giving program. And then for Legacy PHI employees, you'll see this under the UConnect section that's circled here. That's where you'll find the Matching Gifts link. So I'm going to take you to the actual page so that you can see what it looks like. So this is what you see when you log into the page. There's some instructions both for Legacy PHI employees and Legacy Exelon employees. For Legacy Exelon employees, it's a single sign-on process. So if you're in the network and you're within your login, then you will just be taken straight to the page. You don't have to worry about logging in. If you're a field employee, however, this page would be useful to you, and that shows how you can log in with your employee ID and your password. For PHI employees, you have a couple extra steps for you to follow just to make sure that you can get into the system. Before you enter your employee ID, you're going to enter the letter P and then add zeros according to how long your employee ID is. All of the IDs for matching gifts need to be 9 characters. So I'm going to use an employee ID that is 5 characters long. And so what I'm going to do is add the P, and then I'm going to add the zeros so that I have 9 characters total. So I'm going to do that right now so that you can see. So I add the P first, and the zeros. In this case, I have a password for this, but you would be prompted first to do temporary password, and then you can create your own. Sorry, I must have typed it wrong. So let me try that again. It's not my regular password, so sometimes it takes more than one time. And here you see the page that it takes you to for the Matching Gifts program. So you'll see a couple different buttons. If you're a Legacy Exelon employee, you can use this volunteer button to get to the Energy for the Community site. They are 2 separate platforms and 2 different online programs, so that's why unfortunately it doesn't work right now for PHI employees, but it will eventually. We have the United Way link, which is the employee giving campaign, which is not available at this time for anyone because we haven't launched the program yet. And we have Matching Gifts, which is what we're focusing on today. So if you want to see generally how to submit a gift, we're going to do that. We're also going to look at, for this tab, we won't be able to see this since this is a test account, but if you had given to a charity in the past, when you push this button, your previous activity would show up. And then the resources, which is what I want to go to first. So in terms of resources, we have a couple of things here that will hopefully answer questions, but of course you're willing to contact us anytime with questions, but you might want to check this first just to see. So we have a number of organizations that are eligible for matching grants. 501c3 public charities are eligible, schools are eligible, and some 501c4 organizations that are involved with service such as a volunteer fire company or emergency responder. There's an outline here of what is not eligible for the program, and that would include, for example, a match for a tuition to a school, for a membership to an organization, or to a political or strictly religious organization. In terms of the religious organizations, there are organizations which are religious in nature which are eligible for the Matching Gifts program, but they have to have some kind of social services tied to the programs, not just evangelistic types of activities. And then this again explains the corporate contribution maximum for each employee is $5,000. And then it tells you a little bit about how to contact Easy Match is the name of the company that helps outside of Exelon, but you can also contact us at Exelon. And then here under resources, you also find the FAQ. And again, here's a list of questions that you may have and you might want to ask, which you can find the answers to here, or if you don't find the answers, let us know. But these are some basic questions. And one thing that I just wanted to point out here that's on here, for you to check anytime, is the calendar. The matching gift payment schedule is right here, and that shows when we provide matching grants. So for Exelon, we match grants bi-monthly, which is really nice. Some companies do it quarterly, some companies do it biannually, but we do it bi-monthly, so your charities get the funds sooner. So if the grants are submitted and approved by the next cycle is June 30th, then the estimated payout date of the charity is the end of August. And again, if it's the end of August, then it will be the end of September. So you can sort of see how that works with our programs. Obviously, if you submit it at the end of the year, then it would go into the following year in terms of the matching grant being distributed, but it would count for the 2016 calendar year as long as you made the gift in the 2016 calendar year. So this is how you would submit a gift. If you go to the matching gift page and ask to submit a gift, you're going to come up with this first page. And it gives you three choices. I've already submitted the donation by check, by credit card, or you have the option to make a donation directly on this page with your credit card to the nonprofit. I recommend not choosing the third option if you have the option of doing one of the other two, just because your funds will get to the charity faster if you give directly to them, and that's, I think, always what we want to do. But if you want to give by credit card through this site, you are definitely welcome to do so. If the organization is not already in the system, your credit card will not be charged until the organization has been reviewed and approved to be added to the database. So if you've already donated to a charity and you want to go back and donate again to that charity and request a matching gift again, then you'll have this option to show charities that you've previously designated. But if you're looking for a new charity, then you have the option here. So I'm just going to pick a charity that I know is not in the database so I can show you how to add it. And the charity I'm picking is One Orlando, which was created as a result of the tragedy that happened at Pulse this month in April. So I'm going to put in One Orlando and say find. So it did not find this organization, so I want to add this organization to the database. So if you see to add a new organization to our records, click here, then you go ahead and click here, and it's going to give you options to enter the organization. Now, I have some basic information on this organization. It's a very, very new organization. It was just created this week to address the tragedy in Orlando. So we don't have a lot of information yet, but we're going to enter everything we have. In most cases, you will have a tax ID number, a contact person, that kind of thing, and you definitely want to add as much information as you can to this so that it makes the vetting process go quicker and we get the organization added faster to the database. So in this case, I do know the name of the organization. I know an address, so I'm going to add that here. The city. And I have the zip code. If you have a contact person, that would be ideal so that we know who to contact if we have questions. In this case, I don't. Like I said, it's a brand new organization, but I do have the email. So if you can add an email address, like I said, as much information as you can add as possible is the way to go. Then we push enter. So it's going to show you me what I did, so I can just check, did I type it correctly? Yep, I did. So I'm going to hit continue. So I'm going to go ahead and say I want to donate to this organization that I've added to the database. Even though it's pending review and it hasn't been added to the database yet, we can go ahead and request that this organization receive my matching gift. And then once it's approved, then it will go through the vetting process to be confirmed for the matching gift. So for PHI employees, you can start requesting matching gifts for any donations made after June 1st. And Legacy Exxon employees just continue as we always have for the entire calendar year. Starting next year, then the PHI employees will have the same to be able to add any donations made throughout the calendar year. So if I'm a Legacy Exxon employee and I made this donation a while ago, then I can always back date it, and if it's even if it's January 1st, you can put that in there. But we'll say I made the donation today and it was $100. Now I can choose to have that full amount matched, or if I only want half of it matched, that's fine too. Depends on how you want to allocate your $5,000 throughout the calendar year. If you know you're going to be giving a lot of donations to a lot of different organizations, you may not want to always give the full amount for the match, but in this case I do. And let's say I want to designate it for the mental health programs that they're addressing in Orlando. It's up to the charity to honor this purpose part of it. You can enter that and we provide the information to the charity, and then from there the charity decides how they use the matching funds, but you can always ask for it to be designated a certain way. And then if you hit continue, then it shows you what you're asking for and asks you to confirm the request. So I'm going to cancel this because this is a live record, and so I don't want to do that right now. But that's how you would do it. You would hit confirm, and then you would get a receipt saying that you did, in fact, submit the matching gift. And then in terms of adding new charities, people ask, how long does it take? It generally takes 2 to 3 weeks, depending on how long it takes for the nonprofit to respond to any kind of review process that it has to go through. The other question that we frequently get is, do I need to provide any kind of documentation? And you can see from what I did there, I just had to select the charity, ask for, here we'll search for another charity real quick that we know that's in there. Illinois Holocaust Museum. So that one's already in there, so I can go ahead and select that, submit my donation, and no further documentation is needed. I don't have to upload a receipt or anything like that. From there, the charity is contacted, and then they are going to confirm or not confirm that you made that donation. Once they confirm that you made the donation, then that matching grant gets processed according to that schedule that I showed earlier. So I hope that's helpful, and if you have any questions at all, please let me know. Again, my name is Michelle McConnell, and I manage the Matching Gifts program. We're happy to take your questions, and hopefully the resources in there are also helpful in guiding you through this process. It's a great program, and we're really happy to provide the opportunity to employees to maximize their donations. Thank you.